Good morning, everyone. I welcome you everyone to the Masterclass 2 of AI GTU Internship 2025. We will wait for next few minutes for the students to join live on YouTube as we have exceeded the limit in the Zoom. Meanwhile, my teammate is sharing the live link of YouTube on WhatsApp group. Please share with all the friends, those who are not able to join the Zoom link. My team is sharing the link of live WhatsApp, live YouTube on your chat box and as well as on your WhatsApp group. Please forward that link to your friends. Tell them to join the live session on YouTube as we have exceeded the limit in the Zoom. I would request everyone if they could be ready with some of the notes and pen just to jot down all the important dates and the notes for the session. My teammate Anil is putting down the live link of YouTube on the chat box and as well as on your WhatsApp group. Please forward that so that they can. We will be starting the session shortly. It's 11:06 on my clock. Dot 11:08. We will begin with the session. Meanwhile, you can forward the live link of YouTube to your friends. Ask them to join in. As I have also mentioned in earlier masterclass that attendance is mandatory for all of you as it is a GTU summer and 2 weeks internship and attendance is mandatory for all of you. Please ask them to join in. We'll wait for another 1 minute and we will shortly begin the session soon. Okay. So a very good morning to all of you. I welcome everyone to AIGTU Internship 2025 to the Masterclass 2, which is Building AI Agents, Drag and Drop Code Reflex Agents. Today is your Masterclass 2. We'll move forward with the next slide. These are some of the important announcements I would like to address in today's session, wherein first is please make sure that you cannot change your domain ID domains once it is selected. You have selected the artificial intelligence domain in your 2 weeks of journey in GTU internship 2025. Please make ensure that you carry the domain for next 15 days for this uh, internship. Also, please use the same email ID throughout the internship that you have been filled for your registration form. Maintain that same email ID to upload your attendance, to do the courses on the platform. We will be also providing the recording and the resources document at the end of every masterclass. In case some of the students have not joined the session, they can drop me a mail or WhatsApp stating the reason that I was in the if there is a medical emergency or is there any emergency in that case you are not able to join the session, you can drop me a mail stating the reason or you can just drop me a WhatsApp text. In that cases, we can consider the attendance for that particular session. As I've already mentioned, and I'm continuously stating the point that attendance is mandatory for all the master classes, as we will be sending your database to GTU mentors. For that, we will be sending the Google Form responses wherein we are collecting the attendance there. So please make sure to fill out the attendance form at the end of every master class. I repeat, we will be closing the attendance form in 15 to 20 minutes after the end of this session. This 2 weeks of internship is free of cost. You did not need to pay any single penny for that. Make sure you are a part of WhatsApp communication group of artificial intelligence to get daily updates. We have made total 4 groups of artificial intelligence. Please ensure that you are a part of any one WhatsApp communication wherein we give daily updates of learning plan. We also have been updating the WhatsApp groups. We give many links of attendance, YouTube, and also learning plan. So please make ensure that you are a part of that WhatsApp group. If you are not a part of your WhatsApp group, you can directly message me on WhatsApp. I will add you on the WhatsApp group. This is the timeline of GTU AI summer internship 2 weeks, which is program orientation, which was held last week, that has been completed. The masterclass one was scheduled on 4th of July, that was on Friday. And today is our masterclass 2, which is on Monday. The following masterclasses dates are here mentioned. You can take the screenshot of these dates for your further references. We will be ending the summer internship by 15th or 16th of July, tentatively, which is 2 weeks starting from 2nd July to 16th July. Please take the screenshot of this slide. I'll wait for 10 seconds. Okay. Amit Tiwari is speaker for today's masterclass. Amit is an entrepreneur specializing in AI consultancy. He holds a bachelor's degree in electronics with a specialization in artificial intelligence. He has a diverse career spanning digital marketing and the hospitality sector. He has been taken more than 250 plus master classes, virtual and physical, and has also trained more than 15,000 plus students pan India. He has also been serving a guest lecture in numerous colleges across the city. So for today's session, I would like to invite Amit Tiwari. Amit, over to you, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Rashika, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Masterclass 2 of our IBM internship program. What we are going to do today is we're going to move ahead with what we did last time, and we are going to create more complex agents in today's masterclass. I hope that in the last section or in the last class, you were able to make or design some of the agents, although we had some hiccups in between, but we were fine towards the end of this masterclass, right? So we made an email replying agent, which was automatically replying all these emails. We also made a Twitter tweet generator using some of the coding that we did in our last session. Today is a no code, low code session. So I hope that the people, those who are not familiar with coding, they will also be enjoying this session. And I have made some slides particularly for this class. So I'm just going to share them. Let me know when you can see my slides. Uh, yeah, I hope that I'm sharing the right screen. I think, yeah, I should be on the first slide, which is this. Yeah. Rashika, can you see my whole screen?
No, Amit, it's blank.
It's blank.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let me come to the screen. Yeah. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, it is visible now. Yeah.
All right, so let's start building complex AI agents, and we will also learn some of the prompt engineering principles in today's class. What we did in our last class is we did not pay much attention about prompt engineering. We were just giving these AI agents some of the inputs, and it was generating or doing some of the particular task. What we did in our last class is we designed a reflex agent, right? So it was taking some trigger. Let's say that an email was received, then it was writing an email for no, for us, and it was sending that email. So it was completing some task autonomously, and it was doing it completely on its own. We were not reading the email. We were not having any checks in between. We were not writing the email. We were not reading the email, going to chat GPT, write an email, and then send it there, right? So this is how normally general people use artificial intelligence. What they do is if they have some problem, then they open some large language model like chat GPT and Gemini. What they do is they prompt this chat GPT and Gemini with general question and general problem, and then it returns some answer, and then we perform our own task. But what we designed in our last classes was it was the agent which was intelligent enough to understand what was there in the email and then return a reply to the email and then send it back to the user. What we will do is we will start building our complex AI agents, and yeah, it's master. Some people are saying that the slide is uh, of Masterclass 4. No, it's of Masterclass 2 only. Masterclass 4 was what I took in our last session, so that's why it's named like that. All right, so we will build our complex agents. So this is how we work with prompts, right? So to work with any large language model, which we were discussing in our last class also, we use prompts, right? And what a prompt is it's an instruction that we give as an input to AI model to give us the output that we desire. So let's say that I work with ChatGPT or OpenAI or I work with Gemini. And what I do is I write a prompt or an instruction to that large language model, and it gives me some output. This is what we were doing also in our last class, right? So when we were instructing this AI, what we did was we started a prompt. We started a trigger, which was an email, and then we wrote a prompt that write an email, and then it was writing an email, right? To effectively design these complex AI agents, we need to prompt our artificial intelligence or generative AI tools such that it always returns with a desired result. All right. So when we design these complex agents, we need to control the output. So when we give any prompt to any large language model, it gives output which is not desired, or it's give a general purpose output, right? Uh, so let's do this. Let's do this exercise. So I'm going to share my screen, whole screen, so that you can see what we are doing. And what we will now do is we will go to ChatGPT and we will see how we normally do tasks, right? So what we do is we say write an email to email reply to the following email, and then we paste our email, and then it writes me a reply, right? What is happening here is I'm writing a general purpose prompt. So I'm not instructing ChatGPT in a way that it gets me the desired result. It is just a general purpose prompting, and it will always produce a general purpose output, right? So when we prompt a general purpose prompt or a baseline prompt or a basic prompt, a generative AI agent always writes me a basic output or unreliable output. So not every time ChatGPT gives me the output that I require, right? And when I'm designing a complex agent that is taking some decisions on the base of whatever the large language model is producing, then I need to prompt or give the instruction to a large language model to give me the desired output only. Okay, this will become clear when once we start designing our agent. So just note it down somewhere that if you give a basic prompt, you will get a basic output. And if you give and if you do prompt engineering, or if you give some thought behind the prompting, then you will always get the desired and reliable output, right? So we need AI to give us reliable output, right? So one thing that I really believe in is AI should make our life easier or make our work easier, right? And if I am working with AI and again I am working on that output, whatever AI has designed, then it is increasing my work, right? This is normally how people do. They write an email with ChatGPT, then they read that email, and if the email is right, they will send it. Otherwise, they will say generate it again, right? So what is the use of ChatGPT if I'm reading the email and it cannot give me the right email at the first attempt only, right? So that's why we need prompt engineering, and we will understand to do prompt engineering with a small example that I have. So today I'm going to take an example of a use case, okay, of how we can use prompt engineering in order to get the desired result. Okay, so let's say that we have we are a AI engineer or a agent engineer or a agent designer in a company, okay, and that company designs different kind of products. So the company asks us, okay, so we want you to design a system that can name a product. Okay. So we are going. So basically, the problem is that the company has hired you as an AI agent, AI engineer, and they are saying that, okay, design me a AI agent in which if I write the description of whatever product that I am launching, the AI agent should generate the names of that product. Okay, that's the problem. And the product that they are launching right now, which is hypothetical, which is just made up, is an adaptable sunglass that can work in light and dark. Okay, there is a company, let's say Ray-Ban head. Ray-Ban is launching a adaptable sunglasses that work in light and dark. So they found a problem that whenever a user enters a basement, right? So we are in a lighted environment, we are driving our car, and when we are entering a basement to park our car, if we are wearing a sunglass, we will not be able to see anything that is there in the basement, right? And we will be particularly blind for the first 10 seconds that we are entering this basement. And that's the problem. So they are designing an adaptable sunglass that can work in light and dark. So whenever they are in light, they are seeing properly. Whenever they go to dark, the sunglass automatically flips up and it switches to the dark mode. This is a hypothetical situation. This product is not being launched yet, but we are taking this example to learn prompt engineering. Okay, so you are a large language model expert or a prompt engineer or a AI designer there, and the company says, okay, design me a system that generates the name of this brand, right? This adaptable sunglass that can work in light and dark. Okay, let's approach this. So a basic approach is I will go to ChatGPT and I will write a basic prompt. All right. So before I start, let's do it together. I want you to also open your ChatGPT in the next tab that you have, and in that get ready for prompting. All right. So if you are ready with your ChatGPT account and everything in my chat, just in the chat, just reply with a yes or done so that we are ready to understand or learn prompt engineering. So first we will learn prompt engineering with ChatGPT, and then we will apply this prompt engineering to Relay. Thank you so much, all of you, those who are replying. This is the only thing that we can interact with. If you were in my class, I would ask you to raise a hand, but then because it's virtual class, that's the only thing that we can do. Thank you so much, Vishal, Shreya, Priyanshu, all of you, those who are replying, Daksh, Shlok, Azil, um, and Purvish, Madhu, and Shlok, Devendra, Diya. Thank you so much for replying. All right, so let's begin with our prompt engineering session. we are into this site called ChatGPT, and what we will do now is we will start the basic approach, how we approach a problem with a large language model, right? So what I will do is I will just write in prompt in ChatGPT. I will say give sorry, give me names of sunglasses, or let me, if I'm good at English, then I will write brainstorm names of sunglasses that can adapt in light and dark. Okay, this is how the basic approach is. So we also will write our prompt like this in ChatGPT: brainstorm names for sunglasses that can adapt in light and dark. And let's see what is the answer that we are getting. Okay. So it is giving me some names like here are some creative and blendable name ideas for sunglasses that adapt to light and dark environment. Let's say that there is a light adaptive, Luma shade, photomorph, shade safe, lumen lens. It is giving me all these names, right? Evo lens, shadow flex, all these different names, and it is giving me 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, 40 names. Okay, and it is giving me that, okay, tech infused, there are some nature or light transition style names and light adaptive. I hope that you are also getting similar kind of names. Um, yeah, so you are also getting the similar kind of names. So just in your the chat box, just give me the first name that you are getting, so that we have the idea that you are on the same page that I am. So this is the basic approach, right? How we write a prompt: brainstorm names of sunglasses that can adapt in light and dark. Yeah. So Rudra is getting luck shift, but Sakshi is getting lumen shift, Darshit is getting luma shift, Lumo shift, Lumi lens, Jagrat is getting Lumus shift, Shaurya is getting Lumo shift, Kush is getting Lumen shift, Imangi is getting a Lux shift, and something like that, right? So a lot of people are getting the similar kind of names: Luma shade, shade shift, Tirth is getting Lux shade. So and you are getting all these 40 names. So if a company asks me for creating an AI agent, right, which should name a product, if I create an AI agent like this, I say that, okay, I take the I take whatever the brand is and I ask the LLM to brainstorm names, and I get these 40 names. Right? Is this a desired result for the company? No, right? Because we can't name a single product with 40 names, right? So if I'm designing an agent, so let's treat our agent like humans only. Okay. So if I was a AI, if I was a brand consultant and someone asked me for a name for my product, then will I give them 40 names to choose from? No, right? Because that's not the desired result. Why will I give 40 names to choose from? I only need to give one name. And that's what we need from our agent, right? But how can I get a single name from this? Also, that name should be what I am thinking, right? Or what I should like. It should not be some random name. I can ask this to give me one name, right? I say reply with one name. Okay, so this is, you will say, sir, क्या है उसमें उसमें क्या बड़ा है, just one name, Luma shade, हो गया ना मेरा problem solve, right? But do I want to use Luma shade as my name also? No, right? Because this is not what reflects my brand. This is also not what I'm thinking. This is also what I don't like. So what to do in this case? So how can a AI always reply with a reliable output, right? Is what prompt engineering is all about. So let's delete this. And let's engineer this prompt so that it always gives me the best name, right? The best name which I like, the best name which I am thinking, the best name which also reflects my brand, and everything that is there in between. All right, so let's do that. So to make a AI always return the reliable output, or always return the correct output, or always return the output that we want from the AI, we have to follow some principles of prompting or prompt engineering. Okay, these are some basic principles that every prompt engineering person follows. There are many techniques in prompt engineering. There is few shot prompting, there is one shot prompting, there is zero shot prompting, there is like complex chain prompting, chain of thought prompting and all. But all of these prompting, they follow one thing, that is these six basic principles of prompting. Okay, so if we can write any prompt with these six basic principles, then we always get the desired result that we want from our AI agent. All right, so let's start with this. So our first principle is to define the persona. Whom should this large language model or my AI tool should think like, right? So let's say that I am a student, then AI agent should think like a student to give me the answer. If I am an entrepreneur, then AI agent should think like an entrepreneur and give me the answer. If I am a software developer, then AI agent should think like a software developer and give me the answer, right? So that's the desired answer that I will get. So the first principle is to tell the AI whom it should think like, or whom it should act, or whom it should personalize, right? Whose persona it should take. So what we will do is we will go back to our prompt, okay, and give it a persona. So we will change our prompt to give a persona. You are an entrepreneur who is, you can also write company, but entrepreneur is how it should think. Like you are an entrepreneur who is launching a new product in the market. Okay, and brainstorm names of sunglasses that can adapt in light and dark. Okay, so first principle is to follow, give a persona to our agent. Okay, so this is always what you should write before the prompt is you should give it a persona. And you are an entrepreneur who is launching a new product in the market. Brainstorm the names of sunglasses that can adapt in light and dark, and then you send it. Okay, so now it is giving me, now it is thinking like a entrepreneur, not a random person. So before this, it was giving me this tech inspired name, nature inspired name, minimal fashion forward name. Now, when it was thinking like an entrepreneur, it was giving me these names. Like technology inspired name is still there because entrepreneur works with technology. Then there is like light and dark conceptual names. Then there is smartware or AI themed names. Okay, so it understands, it thinks like an entrepreneur and thinks like the new things that are coming in the market. It is also giving me minimalistic and premium vibe names, which is like this. Okay. So after giving it a personality, it is changing its answer according to what the personality is. So similar thing we will do with the email also, right? So instead of saying write an email to write an email reply to the whatever email that you have got, you tell who you are, right? So you say you are a digital marketing expert. If you are writing like a digital marketing expert, you are a software engineer. If you want to reply like a software engineer, you are a student. If you want to reply like a student, so and you define it properly, like you are a student of whatever class and of whatever college, and then think like that and then reply, right? So we are giving a personality to our agent, and the agent is replying with that personality. So in our last class, when we wrote a prompt, we asked it to behave like someone, right? So that is the first principle of prompt engineering. All right. The second principle is again like why I am following all these principle one by one, so that we are learning. Actually, we write all these prompt with in a single line with following all the principles, but we are learning how each principle will change how the agent will behave. Okay. So second principle is to give direction. Right now, again, even if I applied one principle like thinking like an entrepreneur, it is giving me these 40 names, right? Still I am um, not reaching my aim of designing a AI agent that gives the best name for this product, right? So I'm still getting these 40 names, which is not a desired result. So by following just one principle, we will not be able to reach where we want to reach, right? So we will have to combine all the principles together. So all these principles: define persona, give direction, specify format, provide examples, evaluate quality. And after all of these principles following together, we will get the desired result from this. And we will see by this example how we get this. So the second principle is to give directions, right? So we need this chat GPT to think in the same direction that we are thinking. Okay. So we asked them to keep a persona of ourselves, right? You are an entrepreneur who is launching a new product. Now let's give this a direction. Okay, so you for giving a direction, what you can do is you can do it by writing keywords, or you can also do by writing seed words. Okay, so these seed words are the words that okay. Why can I write? Not write? Okay. So seed words are these words that it will use to think in that direction. Okay. So and these words we can get from another agent also. So let's say that there is an agent which is defining the brand of the company, and that agent which is defining the brand of the company is returning this output in some seed words. Let's say some words which reflect the brand. Okay, so these seed words can be like stylish. Okay, so every brand has some brand identity, right? So let's say let's talk about like soap. Okay, for example, so if you talk about soap, then let's take the example of Dove. If I say Dove as a soap, then Dove has an identity, right? So if I say Dove soap, in your mind a lot of things come, right? Let's say white is what comes in your mind, soft is what comes in your mind when you hear the word Dove, and luxury is what comes in your mind when you hear the word Dove, right? And when you hear the word Dettol as a soap, then protection is what comes in your mind. The orange is what comes in your mind, right? The color of the of Dettol, or green comes in your mind, the outer packet. So these words are associated with every brand that create the identity of the brand, right? So just to give example, I'm not going to branding and marketing and all that stuff, but if you're designing an AI agent which is writing a name of the product, then it should keep in mind whatever the style or the brand identity is there, right? So let's say that there is an agent itself which is creating the identity, or there is a brand manual where that identity is written. So we will tell this agent to think in that direction, right? So my seed words is what reflect my brand identity, and they can be stylish, they can be tech, uh, also let's say blue in color, and let's say they are modern, okay, fashionable, light weight. Okay, so I'm giving this brand identity to this agent. Now, this output can come from another agent. This output can come from a brand manual. This output can be manually inputted or manually fed into this agent by any other person, right? Any person, or let's say the founder itself, right? But these are the things that will help this agent to think in those directions. So stylish, tech, modern, blue, fashionable, lightweight. Now ChatGPT will give me names in by thinking in those brand guidelines. Okay, so in an email, your seed words can look like professional, or it can look like formal, informal, short, 300 words, and all these things, right? So sorry, 300 words will come in the format, but still, like, the seed words can look like professional, short, concise, and all these things, in which direction it should think like, right? Or friendly, or all these things. So these things will come from however like whoever the personality is, and this will keep this um, output in a particular direction, right? So it's very important to give direction to a AI agent to write to give us the proper output, right? So I gave this direction as the seed words and I hit send, and I see that now my brand names are changing. Okay, so neo tint is there. Why? Because tint is also reflecting adaptability and also reflecting blue. Optic Glow, Lux Ray, Tintel, Chroma Shift, Light Morph, Blue Nova is also one name that is coming because I gave the uh, seed word as blue, which is reflecting my brand identity. Oro is there, Zaira is there, Glowview is there, and all these other different names are there. All right, so you also try this thing. The first thing that you already have tried, which is give a personality, and you also write seed words. And let's say that you write some different seed words and give me in the chat box the first three names that you are getting after giving this seed words or giving direction to your agent. All right, so first principle, give the persona. Second principle is give direction. Okay, so there is getting Lumos Blue, Vayu Shade, and Nuvo. Rudresh is getting Blue Shade, Lumilens, and Neon View. Heli is getting Blue View, Lux Sight, Next Lens. Devansh is getting Lumo Shift, Blue Shift, and all. OptiFade, Luxora Divi Patel is getting. And Ram is getting Blue Morph, Tech Tint, Neo Shade. Tawhid is getting Opti Hue. So all of you are getting these different answers, right? So Blue Morph, inspired by Metamorphosis and Blue Tech Aesthetics. Karan is getting that. Luma Shift, Blue Morph, Glint IQ. So why is it returning me blue names now, right now? Because I gave a direction to it, right? So Ved is getting Light Morph, Manav is getting Lick Shade, and um, Ayita is getting Shade Sync. Thank you so much for replying in the chat box. This keeps the pace of the class. I cannot read all of your answers. There are like more than 2000 students in the class right now, but I will try my best to read as many answers as I can. All right. Thank you so much, Sia, for getting blue shift and all. Oh, okay. So the idea behind this was when I gave a direction, it started to write the names in that direction. And that's why it's really important to give a direction to our agent, right? In the direction that it should think. All right. So let's move ahead. And again, like, am I happy with whatever I'm getting? No, right? I am getting these 8 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, 15 plus 8, 23 names. Again, my task is not done, right? My task is still yet incomplete because I am getting all these names, 23 names, and my agent should only reply with one name. What could that one particular good name should be, which I require, is what I will get after proper full prompt engineering. Okay, so the next is specify the format. Okay, so we need to specify the format of the agent in which it should provide the names. Okay, so it is very important. Why? Because in a multi-agent system, one agent will give a input or out input to other agent, right? Like I said, in this example, this stylish, tech, blue, modern, fashionable, and lightweight, all these words are coming from other agent, which is writing the brand for this agent, brand manual for this agent, or creating a brand for this agent, right? So it's very important that the format that an agent is replying this answer in should be very correct, and we should specify that format, right? Right in our yeah, just a second. Huh? Yes. Sorry, I got a call, so I had to take it. And so it's very important to return this name in a particular format only because our whole agentic system will fall apart if we are not returning it in any format. So right now, the format that we are getting is in a list format, right? It is giving me 15 names. So let's change this to return this in this format. So a particular good format is a JSON format, but we are not doing, I am not going to go with a programming approach in this. So I'm going to go with a normal approach of returning in a specific format. So I'm saying that return the results in a comma separated list in this format. So you return me like this. You return product description, you return seed words, you return me product names. Okay, so these three things you return to me in this format. Okay, so my answer should look like product description, whatever the product that is there, seed words, whatever the seed words that are there, and product names that you will write. And I only need three product names out of all the names that are there. Okay, so let's change this. So I will just change this to apply my third principle, which is to specify the format. Okay, after this, I will write return the names in this format, product description, so seed words, and product name. Okay, and I'm writing here three best names. Okay, product description can be sunglasses that adapt in light and dark, and then give me seed words and then product names. Okay, so it returns the names in this format. So it returns me like product names, seed words, and product description, seed words, and product names, and I send this. Okay, because I did not tell it to give me in CSV format, which is comma separated way. That's why it is returning again to me in a list type. I will write here in comma separated format, and this should. Okay, so my output is now very proper, that I can use for any other agent. So let's say that there is an agent that writes the product description, so I can directly send this product names as the output to that agent, and that agent will write the product description for each one of them. Or let's say that there is an agent that designs the prototype for this, so I will just send the product name to that agent, or I will send this output to that agent, and that agent will design the prototype for this product. Okay, so now I got these three product names, which is Luma Shift, Blue Nova, and Lux Shade. Like, now you will say that, okay, this is good, but again, how do you know that this is generating the best name that is there, right? How do you know that it is learning from how your company names the product and designing and writing the best name? All right, so do this right now. Follow the third principle, that is return the names in a specific format. So and let me know what are the three product names that you are getting after returning this name. So Bhumi is now getting Lux Shade, Nova Tint, and Blue Morph. Trushal is getting Lumio, Blue Morph, and Shade Sync. And Sakshi is getting Lux Shade, Neo Glim, and Blue Morph. A lot of people are getting Blue Morph as the name, or Blue Nova, or Lux Shade. Vatsal is getting Luma Shade, Tech Tint, and Blue Morph. So see, if our seed words are similar, then our name will be similar. And I'm not saying same, because again, it's a probabilistic model. It is always writing this in probability, but again, it will give similar names for similar people. So Gaurav is getting Blue Nova, and Krishna is getting Blue Vera, New Wave, and Luxora. Priyanka is getting Luminix. I need three names, okay, not a single name that you are getting. Lumiflex, Skyle, and Blue Vera. Blue Aura is what Milan is getting. All right. So now from Manav is getting product names as Azure Shift, Technoid Shades, and Modaflex because its seed words were lightweight, modern, and tech. Um, Lux Shift, Chromaflex, Shade Shrink, Bhargav is getting Lumo Blue, Luma, Shade Sync, and Novatint. Okay, so all the names that you are getting is why we are getting these names now, because we are giving them these seed words, and now we are getting this in a very proper format. So we started with this where we got all these names which were not proper. We followed the first prompt engineering principle, gave it a persona, then we gave it some seed words which we might have received from other agent or by some brand manual, and we also specified the format that it should reply the name, and we said that okay, reply it to me in a comma separated format, so it replied me like this. Okay, now am I good with these three names? No. Why? Because I only needed one name, right? You said that okay sir, हमें तो एक ही name चाहिए था. We are still getting these three names, and also we don't know whether these three names are good or not. So we will follow one more principle of prompt engineering which we use is, sorry, uh what is it, where are the slides? Hmm. So, which we use is to provide examples. So, suppose you have a company and your company already had some products that it names, right? And you know how your company names the product. So, what you will do is you will provide these examples of products, and it will now learn from these examples how you name your products, and then it will return the same type of answer, right? So, it will learn from your company's policies or your company's a way of naming the products, and then it will return the examples in that format only. So if I talk about like email sense, then you give the replies, the example of the replies that you give as an email, and the agent will always give the reply like you write, right? So it will be more personalized. Okay, so let's change that. Let's apply fourth prompt engineering principle, which is to provide examples. Okay, so I edit this. Also work with me in this. So after this, I will write hashtag examples. Okay. And first example is I am copying this from here and I am giving it example in the similar format. So let's say one product that my company designs is what is shoes that fit all size. Okay, and seed words are same because that's what my company brand guideline is. And let's not keep blue here, and the names can be like Unifit and Uni shoes and Flex shoes. Okay, I'm just giving random names right now. Let's say the company names like this. And then there is one more product that the company designs is, let's say, adjustable bag for different sizes. Okay, I'm giving similar kind of products, and the bag can be, let's say, Omni, Omni bag, Flexi bag, or let's say I have these examples with me. Brew bag, let's say. Okay, I give more examples to it. And that can be example of a watch that adjusts its time accordingly. So I'm giving similar kind of products, right? All adjustable products. A watch that adjusts time accordingly. Now this is also what you will get from other agent or from some band guideline or something like that, or you can put it there directly. So zone sync globe time, something like that. zone sync, globe time, sync time. Okay, and then you hit send. And it is now learning from these examples, and it is giving me names which are different now by learning from my examples how my company names. Okay, and you say that sir कैसे पता चला कि इसने example से learn किया कि नहीं, right? So now I will give you an example of how it learns from the examples. So Luma Shade, Adaptix, and GlowSync are three names it is getting from after learning from this example. Okay, so let me just tweak this chat GPT, or let me just trick this chat GPT to name in a specific manner. Okay, so let's say that I like how Apple names its products, like iPhone, iPad, iMac, or something like that. So let me trick it. So I say that name it like Apple names: iFit, iShoes, iFlex shoes. Okay, let's say iBag, uh, iBag, Flex, brew bag. Okay, I'm changing this example to name it like Apple names. Let's say zone sync, globe time, sync time, and one more example for safety. Product description, adjustable chair. So I sit, I chair, I adjust. Okay, something like this. Just to give you example of how it changes. So if I hit send, then it will change this, right? So my answers now are changing after learning from my input. So it is learning from this that, okay, my names are like this: I fit, I shoes, I flex shoes, I bag, I flex, bag flex, I brew bag, I zone sync, I globe time, I sync time. And I am naming it with I. So now it is giving me product names like I blend, I lux shade, I switch lens, right? So it is learning from my examples. So you should always give examples to learn it from, and then it will learn from your examples and adapt and switch or change its output according to how you or your style of writing, your style of naming, your style of the brand is, right? So we are making this prompt, this AI agent, to behave as human, or as close to a human as possible, by giving it more examples from how we do things, how in the direction that we are thinking, and all these things, right? So by changing these examples, we are now getting these kind of product names. All right, so quickly do something like this and let me know what are the three names that you are getting after you put in your examples. All right. Thank you so much. Those who are replying in the chat box, it's a huge help because it is letting me know whether we are going in the right direction or not, whether you are attending, where you are getting the right answers or not, so that if any error or any doubt is there, I can solve those errors and doubts. Okay, so now prompt engineer your output with your input with your examples and see how it is adapting. So Priyanka is now getting I light shade, I soon adapt, I glare less, because she is now giving examples to train its agent to name like name like iPhone, I Mac, and all. Right? So Dhruvi is getting Lakshid, Solview, and Blue Nova. Basically, she has not given the examples. That's why she's not getting the answers as desired. So you have to give examples in order to train your large language model, right? Akshay is getting I light shade, I smart lens, and I flexi class. Patel is getting I shade shift, I lumos, and I adapt eyes. Why you are getting all these I examples? Because we are training it with I examples. So if we train it with E examples, then it will give me E examples. So let's say that I give it examples like E fit shoes and E shoes, or E flex shoes. And here I change this to E bag and E bag flex and E brew bag. And here I'm changing it to eJones sync, elope time or esync time, and eset and echair and e-adjust, and I'm hitting send. So it will give me names starting with E, like elux shade, e-glow glass, e-shift tint, right? Okay, so yes, so Dhruvi has given examples in different name like Nike, Footbee, Spark. So that's why she's getting these answer like Lakshya, Solvo, and Luna, because she's training it with her own examples. All right, so you let me know if you are getting the right example or not, and then we move on to the next principle of prompt engineering, which is to yeah. So Uday is getting iLume and all. Priyanshi is getting iNova, iLumos. Krishna is getting iOmniView. Sia is getting iLumishade and all these things. Kush is getting Lakshya, Technoir, and Glamshift, and all these different types of names when we are training it with our new naming system. So basically, we are making this AI agent to work for us, and we are training it with our examples. We are giving it our direction. We are thinking that, okay, this is how my company works. Think in that direction and design me these names. All right. So let's move ahead with our next principle. And thank you so much, those who are replying in the chat box. That makes me believe that we are going in the right direction. Okay, so the next thing that we will do is the next principle that we will apply is to evaluate the quality. Okay, so before ChatGPT or any LLM gives me an example, I ask it to rate its example by on the base of some parameters and give it a score, and then uh, return the average rating or whatever. So I ask it to evaluate whatever it has generated. So it has generated these three names, and I ask it to evaluate these three names, okay, and give it a score on the basis of the seed words that are there, okay, so that I can make a decision, so that the agent can make a decision on the basis of this. Okay, so what I will do is I will change this, and or what I can do it, I can do it in the next step also. So I will write evaluate your responses by uh, measuring. Let me just get a proper output. Yeah, so it has written, please rate the product names for sunglasses. You can also write like similar thing. So evaluate your responses by rating the names on the scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being highest. Evaluate on seed words, return the evaluation, return the score in a table. Okay. So it is now making an evaluation table. So it is saying product name, stylish, tech, blue, modern, fashionable, lightweight, and out of 30, it is giving 27, 24, 23, all these. So Elux shade is what is getting the highest here as a score. Okay, so now in the next step, what I can do is I can ask this agent to, let's say, to get the product which has the highest score in being stylish, or to get the product which has the highest score in modern, or to get the name which has the highest score in lightweight or something like that, or to get the name, or to give the name which has the highest score, which is 27. So what we can do is, and we can ask for return, also return the highest rated name. Okay, now it is giving me like this, but again, I need to prompt engineer this also, give the specific format, how it should return, and then whether it should return only the first name, and how to give it in a CSV format. Okay, so you can also say that in a table, use CSV format, or you can also say that return in a JSON, right? So that's the best file that you can, so that you can parse it in any other agent. Okay, and you hit send, and it just returns me in a JSON. Okay, so it returns me like this, that the name is Ilakshay and it has all these score, and then like all of this, right? I'll just hit retry. So I got this name in a specific format. Now I can use this JSON file to get this highest rated name Ilakshay and then give it to other agent. All right, so by applying all these principles of prompt engineering from a answer which was like a very random answer, I got to get a very answer which I desire, and I also have the desired format in which it has returned the answer. It is also evaluating its answer on the base of score, calculating the score, and returning me the highest rated name, which is Ilakshi, right? Okay, so in your chat, write me the name of the highest rated name that you have got after following all the 5 principles of prompt engineering, which we will explain one more time, and which I will just do a quick overview one more time, and then we will move to designing our own AI agents, which is why we will use Relay again, because we are designing drag and drop. This time, what I've done is I have already uh, gone into Relay and logged in, so it will not be a problem this time. So Krishna is getting eye blue gear, Vatsal is getting luck shade, and Param is getting tech ray, and Ved is getting tech shade, Pranjal is getting blue morph, lumo shade, lumo shift, Ved is getting luck shade with 4.2 ratings, e shade, and Aditya is getting Elux shade, Dev is getting Elux blad, night shifter, Janil is getting uh, eye shade X, eye comfort, and all these things. Damar is getting shadow loom and all these things. All right. So whatever name that you are getting is how we have prompt engineered it and got to this point. All right, so now let's use this to design our own complex agents, which have to make some decision. Right, last time what the agent that we designed was not making any decision, right? Okay, so thank you so much, those who have returned me a name after generating the name and giving it a rating. If you have been following the nomenclature that I have been following, that you will get something like with I or E. Highest rated name is Blue Nova for someone. Patel, Mayank is saying that E shade X and all these things. Okay, so this is just to learn. So all these 5 principles of prompt engineering, if we follow one by one, we will always get to the desired result. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So 5 principles were defining persona. We tell the agent whom it should think like, give direction. We tell the agent in which direction to think, specify the format, in which format it should return me the answer, provide some examples to learn it from and train, and then evaluate the quality and return me the best answer. Right? All right. So let's move ahead with designing our agent. Okay. All right. So to begin with, what we will do first is what are the agent that we are designing. Let's describe that agent. Okay. So the agent that we are designing today is, so there are 2 types of agent. One is a reflex agent, which we designed last time, which had a start, and then there was a large language model, which was returning some input and doing something, right? Today, what we will do is we will design a complex agent. So this complex agent has a classifier. So it has a classifier, that means that whatever input that it gets, it classifies this input into different categories. It makes a decision, goes to a router, whatever decision that it has made, whether logical or a therapist, it will go to this router and then go to end, right? So basically, this agent, what it will do is it will make some decision on the base of some output, and it will not just give us the output back. It will think before it gives a output, and it goes in a direction after making a decision. This will become clear when we design an agent. Okay. So one of the particular tasks that is very much required in any company nowadays is sentiment analysis. Okay, sentiment analysis are like these Google reviews, or these product reviews. Okay, so let's say that I go to Amazon, and in my Amazon I see some products. Okay, uh, let's say that I'm buying computers. Okay, so I buy MacBook, let's say, and I go to this MacBook and I see the reviews here. Where are the reviews? Okay, so here you can see that in the reviews, what the AI is. So this section of Amazon is what the AI is generated, right? It is also given in it the name AI. So it is reading all the reviews that all the people have written about this product. Okay, MacBook, and it is giving some of the output, like it is good in quality, it is good in value for money, it is good for performance, it is good for build quality, it is good for battery life, it is good for display design, it is good for sound quality and weight. So it is learning from all these reviews, and it is giving a sentiment like, okay, these many people find it good, right? And this green is coming because most of the people have found it positive. The review for quality is positive, that's why this green is coming. If the review for quality is negative, the sign would be green or yellow or red. Okay, so let me just give you example. Now, not to say bad about any brand, but let's say there is a laptop from Acer. I should have more reviews. Okay, yeah, like this. Okay. So I'm not comparing any two brands, but again, just to give example of how it is. So if you see here, then there are these two reviews, right? Keyboard functionality and sound quality, they are bad or negative reviews. So this task of categorizing a review into positive or negative is called sentiment analysis. So it is understanding from the sentiment of all these reviews whether keyboard functionality, how many people are saying positive, and for keyboard functionality, how many people are saying negative. Okay, so this is making a decision on the base of the output the input that it is learning from, and it is classifying that into positive, negative, or neutral. So let's do this task. Okay, so and this is a complex agent that we will design. So it will read reviews from all the reviews and the reviews that I get for my product, and it will classify them into positive, negative, and neutral. If it is positive, it should do something, and if it is negative, it should do something like that. Okay. So I'm creating a sentiment analysis agent that classifies the user review into sentiments, positive, negative, and neutral, and then it updates a sheet upon identifying that sentiment. All right. So let's start with designing this. So how can we design this is once we start, so first design a system where we are getting these reviews. Okay. And that system, let's take our reviews in a form format. Okay. So let's go to Google Form and create a Google form that takes in reviews. Okay, so we are signing in with a Google form. So you also do the same thing, go to Google form and create a blank form. Okay, so you create a new form, and we are doing this to take in reviews in a form format. And let's make this form like this. Okay, so let's name this form as user reviews. Okay, so this is the workflow that we are following. We will follow this workflow. We will take the user reviews from a user form, and we will use a AI to decide what is the user review, positive, negative, or neutral. And on the base of these user reviews, we will make some decision. Okay, and that's the complex agent that is there. Okay, so we are designing an agent that categorizes user reviews into positive, negative, and neutral. And if the review is positive, what to do? If the review is negative, what to do? And if the review is neutral, what to do? Okay, so let's design a form first so that we can apply it to our workflow and then uh, do the workflow. Okay, so go to Google Forms, go to your account, type in Google Forms here, and go to a new form, sign in, and make a blank form to get the review. Okay, and just cross there. Okay, so let's call it Evo Lens Reviews. Okay, let's say that my name of the brand is Evo Lens. This you decide on whatever name that you have got from here. Okay, so I got Elux shade, right? So let's say it is Elux shade reviews. Okay, and first question is username, and I'm asking it from a short answer. The second question is reviews, user review, and it should be a paragraph. All right, so that's it. This is my form. Okay, so this can be a form that is in your website also. So why we are not using website is because we don't have a website. All of you don't have a website, right? So Google Form is one of the best way that we can learn it from. So let's create a Google Form in which there are two inputs, username and user review. Okay, that is there. You can also add a user rating. Chalo. So user rating, let's say user rating, and it is a uh, linear scale. Sorry, it is a rating. Okay, so let's say 1 to 5 user rating dene ke liye I have done this. And I name this form as Elux shared reviews, and I publish this. Okay, and publish. All right, so you also do this, make a form like this, reviews of your product, and type in username and user review and then user rating. And then in the chat box, tell me if you are done or yes. Okay, thank you so much, Rushal, for being for replying with done. Prem has created his form. Bhargav has created his form. Priyanshi has created his form, her form. Om has created his form. Nikunj has created his form. Thank you, Kushagra. Vinith is replying with iSmart Shade, which I think is a old reply. Vishwesh has returned it with yes. Param has returned it with done. All right. Thank you so much, those who are replying with done or yes. So we are ready with the form in which we will take the review. Okay. Preet is saying that he's created the form. All right. So if you have created this form, then let's move to our second step. So we are creating this sentiment analyzer agent, right? Which is a very simple use case. You can always make sentiment analysis with machine learning or some other examples also. But here I am teaching this because to just let you know how can we design these complex workflows and these agents like this. Okay. So if we have designed this, so let's say our agent takes in this form as an input, and then it returns, it categorizes these reviews, and then it writes these reviews into a Google Sheet. Okay. So we are designing an agent which learns from, which takes these reviews from my Google form, decides whether it is positive, negative, or neutral, writes this in a Google Sheet. If the review is positive, it is sending an email saying thank you. If a review is negative, then it is sending an email saying received a bad review. If the email is neutral, if the review is neutral, then it is doing nothing. Okay. So for positive review, it is saying thank you. For negative review, it is saying that we are working on it. So sorry for this. We are working on it. For neutral review, it is not doing anything. Okay. So let's make an agent like this just to learn. Okay, so it is learning from these
Sorry, I'm with you. Yeah. Yeah, audible now.
Yeah, no worries. So it is learning from this. Uh, it is learning from the reviews whether it is positive, negative, or neutral, and deciding whether which way to go. Should it send a thank you email? Should it send a sorry email? Should it send a neutral email? Okay. So let's create an Excel sheet. So let's say that Excel sheet and Google Sheet. Create an Excel sheet which this agent will also automatically fill. Okay, let's say that Evo, it's Elux shade reviews. Okay. In this sheet, where what it should do, it should write in user name, user review, um, sentiment, okay, status. In the status, it should write positive email sent or thank you email sent or sorry email sent. Okay, based on whatever the sentiment is there, it is sending this email. Okay. Uh, yeah. So Ansh is saying that you can create the Excel sheet from the Google form. Yeah, you can create Excel sheet from Google form, but we are adding some new things here. So this is not exercise of creating Excel sheets or something. This is not exercise where we are just learning how to do this. Okay. So it can be an Excel sheet. It can be some other database. It can be something somewhere where you start, where you store your data. So in a company setup, you don't work with particularly Excel sheets. I'm just giving example of how we can change values in other apps also. All right. Manisha is saying how to create a Google form. Okay, so to create a Google form, go to Google Forms, log in with your Google ID, and then click on creating a blank form. It's so easy. Okay, so you have to put in these three names, these three things like elux shared reviews, username, user review, and user rating. Okay, and let's see how my app can fill this up. All right, so I'm just removing everything from here. Manisha is asking, click on question or not. Yeah, you click here and then you put in what the question is. And then here you can check what is the question type. What is the answer type? Vaibhav is asking, creating Excel sheet steps. Okay, so these are the columns for Excel sheet if you are talking about. How to create Excel sheet is you go to Google, type in sheet there. I should not teach you this, man. This is so basic. Okay, so this is an AI class. If you have signed it for AI, you at least should know how to create Google Forms and Excel sheet. This is at least what I expect from you people. Okay, I should not be teaching how to create Excel sheets and all, right? So you have to put in these values. So just put in these values: username, user review, sentiment, and status. And this is what we will fill. Okay, so now what we will do is we will start and go to our Relay app. And we will start fresh. Okay, so what you will do is you will add a trigger, and this trigger will be whenever a user fills a form, right? So our agent will have the first trigger. I will go to Google Form, and if anyone submits this form, first I need to publish it. I also already have published it. So if a user submits this form I will select it from here, Elux shared reviews, and I will click on done. If someone fills a form, then I will just trigger this agent. So my agent, what it will do is whenever someone fills a form, it will get triggered. Okay. The second step is I will use a AI and I will prompt any model with this. Now here I will use this prompt engineering method, right? So I will say, I will use all the things that I learned in this today's class. You are a, data analytics expert. Okay. So I'm giving it a persona. I'm giving it a direction. Read the reviews from, where to read it from? At the rate here. This user review, whatever I have got. So read the reviews from this. Okay. I have specified a persona. I have given a direction. Then I will click in. I will give in the specific format, right? So classify the reviews in as positive, negative, and neutral. Return with one word: positive, negative, or neutral. Okay. And I give some examples. So let's say the review is, the product was very bad. It was cheap quality. So the output is negative. Next review is, the product was good, top quality. Output is positive. And let's say the review is, the product was okay. Output is neutral. Okay, so I will train it with real life example. Right now, I am taking all these examples, which are very generic. So I will train this with the examples that I am getting, and then it will return with one word: positive, negative, and neutral. Classify the reviews as positive, negative, and neutral. Okay, so this is what I am doing as a prompt engineering. You are a data analytics expert. I'm giving it a persona. I'm giving it a direction to read from. I'm classifying these reviews as positive, negative, and neutral. Reply with just one word. I'm training it with examples. Okay, this is the review. This is the output. This is the review. This is the output, right? Okay. Now I will click on done. Now, in this step, it will take a decision whether the review is positive, negative, or neutral, right? All right. So after this, what I will do is I will add this to Sheet. Okay. So I will add in Google Sheets here, connected apps. And I will add in Google Sheet. I will sign in to my Google if it is asking for you to sign in, but I think we already have signed in last time. Click on write row. Okay, so write row, basically we are writing this new row in this sheet. Okay, so whatever sheet I have this here, elux shared reviews, right? So I will select this sheet of elux shared reviews and sheet 1. Okay, and insert whatever that you are getting and on the top of sheet. Okay, now the fields that I want to populate here is username, and this username I will fill with the form response username. Okay, I will add one more field, which is user review, and I fill this with form response user review. Okay, and I will get this new field called sentiment. This sentiment I will fill with AI output. Whatever output my AI will give here, whatever sentiment, positive, negative, or neutral, whatever sentiment my AI output will give here, I will fill this sentiment field at this step. Okay, and I say done. So in my next step, what my agent is doing is whatever review that I'm getting, it is classifying it into positive, negative, and neutral. Okay. So if the review is positive, I will send a mail to myself that I have received a positive review. If the review is negative, I will send to myself, okay, I have got a negative review. Sorry, you have got a negative review. And if I get a neutral review, I will do nothing. Okay, so on the base of this, I will make a decision now. So just like I told, a complex agent makes a decision, and that's called a router. Okay, so a router routes. If the decision is logical, if the decision is positive, it will go in a different direction. If the decision is negative, it will go in a different direction. And if the decision is neutral, then it will not do anything. Okay, so from here, what we will do is our agent will now add a flow control. Okay, so we will add a flow control here, and we will add paths for it to follow. Okay, so if my review path name, let's say positive review. Okay, so I name this path name as positive review. If my review is positive, then I add a rule that, okay, so if this is a positive review path, so in this positive review path, what is the rule that this path will be taken is that if my AI output, okay, so add rule, the rule is that if my AI output is positive, okay, if my AI output is positive, this route should be taken. Okay. And in this, there is a step that I will email. Okay. I will email uh, to myself. Let's say here I created to myself only, to email address myself only. Okay. Subject is positive review received. Okay. So this is just example. You can also do it here only. Say if the review is positive, send a positive email. If the review is negative, send a negative email. This you can do, but just by learning. For learning, we are doing this, right? So for any positive review, we will do this. It can be any step that you follow. So for positive review, a step that can be followed is that you go to a agent which is a designing agent, and it is designing some on this positive review. It is learning from the positive review and optimizing the product further. Or if it is a negative review, learning from a negative review and optimizing the product further, right? So let's say that you are designing a Facebook post agent, right? So it's if you design a Facebook post and post it on Facebook, if you are getting like positive comments, then the next post should be like that. If it is a negative comment, then the next post should be different, right? So here in this case, what we are doing is we are sending an email to ourselves. If the review is positive, what we are doing is we are sending an email, say congratulations, you got a positive review. Okay, and the review is this. Okay, so whatever the user review is, congratulations, you got a positive review, and we say that done. Okay, if the review is negative, okay, else what to do? Path name is negative review. And if the review is negative, so let's say AI output, whatever the AI output is, if the AI output is negative, then add step. Step is that you send email to yourself. Subject is negative review. And body is sorry, you have got a negative review. Okay. And the review is from the form response, whatever the review is, and I say done. Okay. So now it is following this part. It is making a decision whether the review is positive, negative, or neutral. If it is positive, it is sending me an email that the review is positive. If it is negative, it is sending me an email that the review is negative. And if it is neutral, then do nothing. Okay. All right. So let's switch this agent on. Okay. Now this agent is on, and it's turning on trigger. and it's on. I go to this email, this form now, copy the responder link, and let me write a review. Okay. So let me write a review. Let's say my username is Amit Tiwari and my review is Elakshade, right? Elakshade is an amazing product. I wear it every day. Okay. It is stylish and very useful. Okay, I give a 5-star review and I submit this. So as soon as I submit, this relay app will have a trigger. Okay, so it has a trigger and I will see my sheet. So my sheet is filled with this. Okay, so Amit Tiwari Elux shade is amazing review, and I've got this positive as a sentiment. Why? Because my review was positive, so it is saying that my sentiment is positive. And now I check my email. And in my email, I say that, okay, congratulations, you have got a positive review. Elux shade is an amazing product. I wear it every day. It's stylish and very useful. All right, so the agent can make a smart decision here on the base of whatever input that it has got. And then it made a smart decision whether if it is positive, then it is sending a positive email. If it is negative, it is sending a negative email. If it is neutral, don't do anything, right? Now I can also add one more step after this, that in my sheet, I write row and in this review sheet, what I can do now is to populate this status as email sent. Positive. All right. Sorry. Congratulations. Email sent. Okay. And I say done. And this negative review, I can add a path. I say that in my sheet, what to do is in my reviews, add a field status. And I say that sorry, email sent. And you can do it with your customers also. You take the customer uh, email address as input in this form, and you can automatically send them positive thank you mail or sorry mail, depending on what the sentiment of that review is. And then also you can do many things with this. You can send this email to production, say that you have received a uh, negative review, do this. You can also suggest what to do when you receive a negative review. You can also suggest what to do when you receive a positive review, and all these things, right? Okay, so let me submit another response and see how it is working. And but first, I have to publish this new version, and I have published this, right? Okay, so let me submit another review. Let's say the review is from someone who is called Ria, and the user review is the sunglass is really the worst product that I ever bought. I got it broken just after 2 days of use. Okay, and I give a 1 star to this, and I submit this. And I go to my relay app. I see that I have one more run. It is running again, so it's a third run. And I see in my Elux shade, it is saying that sorry email is being sent. Okay. Yeah, so I've got a negative email as well, and it says that sorry email has been sent, and yeah. And after that, but it is not getting this writing a row to Elixir, right? Username, user review. Okay, everything is fine. Run more. Okay, yeah, because all the other rows were not populated. So I think in my logic, there is a flaw that here I need to uh, insert as the top of sheet, and also not this but also every field, because if I only fill this here, it will fill the other rows as blank. So I'll have to add in everything here. So that step can be migrated to this step altogether. It can be eliminated from here, and here I can properly say that okay, my username is this and my review is this, and then done. Yeah, same thing here. Uh, Add field as my username. Username is username. User review is user review, and my sentiment is whatever output I got. And done. And then publish the changes. And run this, and it says that there is no update found. I will just test with a rerun. And I see that it's good, right? Yeah, so I'm getting these responses from some other people, like, it is so weird, it's not getting feed from negative and sorry, email sent. So it is sending all these emails to me. I'm getting all these emails. Okay, so if I reply, if I do this, then I'm getting this negative review, negative review, negative review, and all these things. All right, so I'll just pause this up and so that I'm not getting any reviews. And this is how you can make more. So this was a very simple example of making a complex agent like this, which was doing some complex tasks like sentiment analysis. Now you can use this to make different kinds of agents, which will do a lot of different things um, like these. So what you can do is you can also create a multi-agent platform where these different agents are combining with each other and designing a particular big workflow. All right, so that's all from my side today. What we did today was a quick recap of what we learned in today's class. Is we started with prompt engineering, how to make agent always give the answers that we require. We start with defining a persona, give a direction, specify certain format, provide some examples, evaluate the quality, all these 5 steps. And then we designed a router agent, which was an agent that could do sentiment analysis. And then after that, update a sheet on identifying the sentiment, also send an email to the user, whether what the sentiment that they have received or not. All right. So I hope that you also have been able to create these AI agents to mark your attendance. But before I go, Rashika has some valuable inputs for you for this internship. And these are some of the things that you should take care. Your questions I will take in the chat box. Also, I have my LinkedIn account. In the meanwhile, I will just float my LinkedIn ID. So connect to me on LinkedIn if you are interested in learning more, or if you're designing something in AI agent and you are getting stuck somewhere. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any doubts, if you want to share something, also please share. Okay, so quick summary of what we did in today's class is Tawhid is asking for that. So we started with prompt engineering. We designed, so basic prompts give basic output. And when we do prompt engineering, we always get the desired output. So prompt engineering, we learned from a example where we had this adaptable sunglass that can work in light and dark. And the six basic principles were to define persona, give direction, specify format, provide examples, and evaluate quality. We wrote a very basic baseline prompt that brainstormed names of sunglasses that can adapt in light and dark, and it was giving me 40 examples. Then we said that, okay, now define the persona. That means that you said to the ChatGPT, you are an entrepreneur who is launching a new product. You gave it a personality to inherit, and then you gave directions by using these seed words which your company had in their brand manual. You specify the format in which it should return the name, mainly CSV format, and then you provide some examples to learn it from. In today's class, we made it to learn like to provide names like iPhone, iMac, uh, and others, and then you ask it to evaluate the quality and return the best result. And what we did is, when we made a complex agent like a sentiment analyzer, what we did was we started with a user form. In the form, whatever the response were, we were asking it for to classify it for positive, negative, and neutral. On the base of that, it was making a decision. If it was positive, it was making the agent behave in a certain way. It was filling an Excel sheet, and if it was a negative, it was filling an Excel sheet with a negative, and then it was also sending a mail, right? So we can make more complex agents like these, but I can't teach them in the class because it would be like too heavy for some people. But that's up to you how complex agents that you can create. You can also create multi tasking agents. So let's say that you create a digital marketing agent where one agent is designing these content for digital marketing, one agent is publishing it, one agent is analyzing how many likes, subscribers, and all are getting. Then it is giving these likes, subscribers, and all count to the agent which is creating this content. It is learning from that and evaluating and producing better and better content. Then it is publishing and it is re-evaluating. So you can design a whole workflow that works like this. Garv is saying that he has designed an AI agent from our previous insight. The project is called Text to Shots, and it what it does is he has successfully generated the video script, and now he's moving into next phase, which is text to speech and animated video generation. Uh, Amazing. So, Garv, thank you so much. Reach out to me on LinkedIn. I will not be able to reach out to you on your contact details. What I will do now is float a LinkedIn link where you all can reach out to me if you need any assistance in creating AI agents. Maybe we can collaborate and work together on a big project. Uh, and let's see how we can do that. LinkedIn is how we will. So my LinkedIn ID is you can search me as an Amit Tiwari AI consultant, or what I will do is I will just give you the link to my LinkedIn ID as a QR. Uh, don't need to. All right, so this is the QR code. Please scan this. Okay. I want to save it. Download as PNG. All right, so this is the QR code for my LinkedIn ID. What you can do is you can always scan this and send me a request. I always accept requests from students. And whenever you send me a message, I will always reply on LinkedIn. And let's collaborate. Let's design something which is very meaningful to the society as well as humanity. All right, that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining in. We will join again in our next masterclass where I will implement, well, where I will introduce you to something called line graphs. A little bit of technical session ahead in the next session, but I hope that that would be more fruitful. It will include little bit of programming, but I think that much programming you can handle. Lang graphs I will introduce, and till then, please complete the course that you are completing on IBM Skills Build platform and move ahead with the internship. Thank you so much for joining in. Over to you, Rashika and Anil.
Thank you so much, Amit, for delivering such a dynamic and inspiring masterclass on building AI agents. Your passion, clarity, hands on approach truly captivated everyone and made learning exciting. We are, on behalf of students, we are grateful for the knowledge and energy you brought into the session. It was truly, truly empowering, Amit. So, there are some of the important announcement I want to make. Uh, Amit, if you could just stop screening, I want to show something. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Fine. Okay. These are the some of the important announcements before we end our today's session. My teammate Anil is putting down the link of your learning plan on your chat box. When you will click on that link, this is the dashboard that will open on your screen. It says the learning plan is from learner to builder, become an AI agent architect. When you will scroll down, I have been repeating throughout all my orientation session master classes that there are total 3 courses you need to do in order to get the consolidated certificate, which says from learner to builder become AI agent architect. This is the self-learning one, which says getting started with artificial intelligence. There are total 5 short courses included in this learning plan, which is create a Credly account. This is a compulsory course you need to do, which consists of the duration is of 5 minutes. When you will scroll down, there are total 3 courses that you need to do, which wherein the first is Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, Large Language Model Basics, and Mastering the Art of Prompting. One above, below 3 courses, which sums to 4 courses in one learning plan. And the last course, which is fifth courses, there are total 3 options. Out of these 3 options, you need to select one courses. So in self-learning, course number 1, which says getting started with artificial intelligence, you need to do total 5 courses. When after the completion of your 5 courses, you will get this digital certificate stating your name and then course name, which is getting started with artificial intelligence. There will be also a digital badge after the completion of your course. You can download this digital badge. You can get your digital certificate through your Credly account, and also you can get this digital certificate on your registered mail ID, the same mail ID which you used for registering onto the platform of IBM Skills Build. So this was the self-learning course number 1. The self-learning course number 2 is Unleashing the Power of AI Agents. You need to go. You need to click on Go to this activity. Upon clicking on Go to this activity, you will get several modules. You need to complete all those small modules. At the end of this module, you will get one quiz of 5 questions. You need to pass that quiz. In order, after passing the quiz, you will get this type of certificate on your registered mail ID, which says the name of the student and for the completion of Unleashing the Power of AI Agents. This was the second self-learning module. The third self-learning module is the Rise of Multi-Agent System. Same, the duration is 1 hour and 30 minutes. You need to click on Go to this activity. Upon clicking on Go to this activity, you need to scroll down. You need to read all the modules. You need to give 5 questions quiz. And upon passing on the quiz, you will get this type of certificate which says your name and the completion of the course. Also, you will get these 2 types of digital stickers of self-learning 2 and 3. Okay. I would like to give you the deadline of all these 3 courses. which is getting started with artificial intelligence, unleashing the power of AI agents, and the rise of multi-agent system. All these three courses deadline is 10th of July 2025. After completing all these three courses, you will get this consolidated certificate wherein same the name of the student will be there, from learner to builder, become an AI agent architect. All these resources I have been uploading onto this resources document. I would request Anil to please float the resources and recordings document onto the chat box, and also as well as on WhatsApp for the students, those who are live on YouTube. Students, if there is, we have consolidated one document for everyone, wherein we have dumped all the resources, recordings, and documents. This is easily accessible to all the students. You cannot change this document as it is on the viewers settings. When you will scroll this document, everything has been jotted down in this document, which says you need to register onto the platform by using your Gmail ID. Okay. And please note, while registering onto the platform, please ensure that your sponsoring organization is shown as Sri Mahakal Education and Charitable Trust Rajkot or Open Skills Build. Some of the students might have queries that their sponsoring organization is EduNet Foundation or CSR Box. Students, you need to wait by today, end of the day. We will be declaring for the students, those who are getting the sponsoring organization CSR Box, or maybe EduNet, or any other sponsoring organization. Just wait for the instructions. We are getting lot many queries from students as well. My inbox is like flooded with all the mails. Please expect a delay in response, as I am also, for in artificial intelligence summer internship, more than 4,000 students have participated in this internship. So just imagine like how many mails I am being expected to reply. There are tons of mails. Please expect a delay in response, but definitely I will respond to each one of you. For the students, those who are getting CSR Box EduNet Foundation as a sponsoring organization, I would request everyone to just wait for today, end of the day. We will be giving some important instructions that how, if you want to go or proceed with the course or not. Okay, this is the self-learning plan. If you will click on this, that I have been already explaining you through my PPT slides, or I will also give you a hands-on how your learning plan will look like if you just click on this link. It is redirecting, just give me 2 minutes. This recording and resources document is easily available on your WhatsApp. You just need to click on the link, and all these resources you can see through. Yes. So this is the learning plan, which will look like on your screen. Same that I already mentioned, that you just need to scroll down. There is one course which says getting started with artificial intelligence. In that, you need to complete 5 courses. Again, scroll down. There are 2 courses which says unleashing the power of AI agents, and the other is the rise of multi-agent system. These 3 courses are mandatory for everyone to complete in order to get the completion certificate from our end, internship completion certificate. So this is the link of your self-learning plan. When you will scroll down, we have also attached FAQ, which is frequently asked questions from the students. The link is also available in the document. We have also prepared one video tutorial for everyone to get it easy, how you can sign up onto the platform, how you can download your consolidated certificate if you have completed all the 3 courses. And students, courses, after the completion of your courses, the certificate takes around 24 to 48 hours to generate. because from backend team the people also see that there are several students those who are completing the courses simultaneously. So backend team also sees कि हाँ ठीक है ये बच्चे ने आज के दिन में कोर्स किया है, तो आपका वो जो भी क्विज होता है वो आपका रिव्यू मोड पे जाता है. So just wait for 24 to 48 hours. Your certificate will be generated. Don't worry. हाउ टू डाउनलोड योर सर्टिफिकेट. आप अपना डाउनलोड कैसे कर सकते हैं सर्टिफिकेट, उसकी वीडियो का शॉर्ट ट्यूटोरियल भी डाला है हमने ये डॉक्यूमेंट में. आप अपने अकाउंट कैसे लॉग इन कर सकते हैं प्लेटफॉर्म पे, वो वाला शॉर्ट वीडियो ट्यूटोरियल भी डाला है. फॉर द न्यू स्टूडेंट्स दोज हु हैव मिस्ड द ओरिएंटेशन सेशन, maybe some medical reason or emergency reason, we have also dumped down the recording of that session and the deck. ठीक है, प्रेजेंटेशन क्या प्रेजेंट किया गया था आपके ओरिएंटेशन सेशन में, व्हाट ऑल द थिंग्स यू नीड टू कीप इन योर माइंड इन दिस 2 weeks of internship, the orientation session recording, the presentation deck, the masterclass one which was scheduled on last Friday 4th of July, uska bhi deck recording. And for today's masterclass we will be uploading the deck and the recording for the students those who have missed the class in spite of any reason, medical or emergency. So please, this is the very important document for everyone to just give the brief about all how our internship is going smoothly, and you can get all your tutorials, videos, so self learning plan का link आपको सब कुछ ये document में मिल जाएगा students. The last part of today's session is attendance. Anil, my teammate, is also giving the link of this attendance on the chat box, and he will be also forwarding the link of the attendance on the WhatsApp for the students those who have joined live on YouTube as well. So students, take out your mobile phones, please mark your attendance for today's session. It is a mandatory attendance, as we will be collating your data and we will be giving to the GTU faculty. Please take out your attendance. Anil is also putting down the link of the attendance on the chat box. It will become easy for you to just click on that link, or you can just scan this QR code and mark your today's attendance. Please insert all the details very carefully: your name, your enrollment number, your branch, you are in which semester, the name of the college, everything very, very carefully. Anil is continuously he is also giving the link of this attendance form on to your chat box. You can see your chat box is filled with the messages of recordings and session, self-learning module, attendance. Please click on the attendance form, students. He is also putting down the attendance link, and please ensure that we will be opening this attendance form for next 20 minutes only, and then we will be closing this attendance form, as we have to see that how many students have joined the session from YouTube and from Zoom as well. So please ensure that you fill the attendance right away, right now. Meanwhile, you can expect a little slight delay in replying the mails, because my inbox is flooded with all the mails, dear. Please expect a slight delay. And in case of any doubt, you can just ping me on WhatsApp. Avoid calling, because there are also, my phone also hangs sometime, because there are plenty of students those who are calling. You can either mail me, you can either WhatsApp me. I am available on mail and WhatsApp as well. Please mark your today's attendance for the session of Masterclass 2 AI GTU Summer Internship 2025. You can also check with your friends if they have added on the WhatsApp group, but they have not started the learning plan. Please ensure that they start doing the learning plan, as the deadline of the learning plan is 10th of July. is within next 3 days. For the students, those who are getting the sponsoring organization, CSR Box, EduNet Foundation, or any other, please wait for today end of the day. I will be definitely giving you some of the update for the students, those who are getting the sponsoring organization, not Shri Mahakal Education Trust or Open Skills Build. For the students, those who are getting Open Skills Build as a sponsoring organization, they can go ahead with the self-learning plan, complete all the modules, get all the certificates. We will be also circulating the Google form, जहाँ पे आपको ये तीनों सर्टिफिकेट और एक कंसोलिडेटेड सर्टिफिकेट अपलोड करना पड़ेगा. Then and then only you will be applicable to get the completion certificate of your internship. We'll wait for another 1 minute for everyone to mark your attendance for today's session. We will be also uploading the link of recording and this deck in the resources document. Please expect a slight delay as recording is happening right now. It will take time to get recorded on the document. You can also invite your friends and say if they have not come, still joined the internship, give them these resources and document. They can start doing the courses. Okay. So the next masterclass is scheduled on 9th of July, the same timings, 11 o'clock. I will see you everyone in the next masterclass. Hope to see you everyone. Thank you so much and have a good day. Bye. Bye everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much, Amit. Thank you, Amit. Thank you, Anil. Bye everyone.